So I just wanted to make a video on how to completely change the front end of your Newedge Mustang. Completely kind of bring it into 2023. You know, I see a lot of people that have done this to their cars, but no one really makes a guide or like a full guide how to do it. So here I'll be telling you everything that I did, hopefully in one take, because it's kind of late and this car's pretty loud. But first, for everything that you need, first you need these headlight housings that they're matte black on the insides, and then more importantly, this part here is silver and not amber. You can get them on like LMR. I think I spent maybe like 120 bucks on these. They're pretty cheap. But that only gets you the headlight housings, not the actual bulbs inside. For the bulbs inside, they are LEDs. LED here, and then LED for the fog light down there. You can just go to AutoZone and get those. I'm not sure about the specific number, but there has mini bulb, turn signals, and then regular headlights. And you can get those at AutoZone. For the fog lights, I wasn't actually sure which exact ones that they had, and I wanted to be pretty exact with it and really want to take any chances. So there's a company called Mustang Lights that actually makes a full kit like this for your car. And I just got the fog lights, and if you get that kit, it's actually only bulbs. So you have to put that with your stock fog light housing, which is very ugly. So what I did is you can't really see it on camera, but I got these aftermarket fog light housings off like Amazon. They're like 30 bucks. They actually came with bulbs, but you don't need to use them if you got the kit. But basically it's a completely clear lens so that the light actually shows through a lot better. I definitely recommend getting that, just going the extra mile, because their car will look a ton better. And I think in terms of price for everything, it came out to around $250. That was one of the big things with Mustang lights, is they're very expensive. For just the bulbs for the fog lights, it was like 80 bucks. And if I had gotten the full light kit, it probably would have run me around $350, because if you want these lights, you have to get switchbacks, and those are a lot more expensive than what those were. But if you do go the route that I went and you just get bulbs for it, since they are LED, when you put your turn signal on, it'll start hyper flashing. So you have to actually get a resistor for that, and then you have to kind of mount it behind the header panel that sits right back here. I have another video on my page that's I show it very directly, like where it is. But to get to that, you have to basically take off the front bumper, obviously the headlights, and then the front bumper, and then the header panel. And it's a whole process, and if you don't want to go through that, I'd recommend just getting the Mustang Lights bundle, because it makes it a lot simpler. But I wanted to save 100 bucks and have this constantly flash white even during turn signals, so that's why I went with this one. And yeah, I mean, this process is it is a lot of work, but it completely transforms your front end. I mean, just look at that. It looks absolutely crazy. And it's a lot brighter too. And I'll come back here, just look at that, right? I mean, if you're a Newedge owner, you know that the original bulbs are well, they really just don't cut it. If anybody has any questions, feel free to message me or comment anything. I'll be happy to answer. I went through a very long process in order to get these lights like this. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, you can contact me.